So we know that Ambrose's contract is coming due. We know that he's probably 95% sure on his way out. What we don't know is what Renee Young's status is right now. We don't know when her contract comes due. We don't know what's going through her mind. It's not all that often that when a couple is married in WWE, which was like a rarity back in the day, but we have way more couples now in WWE than we have ever had before. But usually when one leaves, the other leaves. And the most prominent case in my mind would be CM Punk and AJ Lee. Now, CM Punk walked out in January of 2014. AJ Lee did not retire from the ring from WWE until April of the following year. So 15 months had passed in between Punk leaving and AJ Lee leaving. And they had gotten married in the meantime. So just because one leaves doesn't mean the other leaves immediately after. Obviously, she has to wait until her contract expires if she did want to leave to join Dean Ambrose in either in free agency or AEW or whatever. I don't think she's the type of person to just up and walk out. I don't think that's the case at all. But I would not put it past Renee to leave WWE. I don't think it's a slam dunk that she'll stick around just because, she's been doing this for a while. She's one of their best assets in the company. Granted, she's not all that amazing on commentary, but it was worth the shot. And I would keep her on commentary over Jonathan Coachman. But still, Renee Young is still a very valuable asset to that company. They use her in interviews. They use her on commentary. They use her for all this awesome stuff on the WWE Network. Renee Young is awesome. And she has been since she showed up in WWE 6 years ago. That being said, she's obviously very close to Dean Ambrose, her husband. And there was even a big stink about a year or two ago. Remember when Dean Ambrose got traded to Raw and Renee Young was still on SmackDown? Reportedly, Renee Young was not all that happy with the move. The fact that all these couples got to stay together and that they were the only couple that got split up in the 2017 Superstar Shakeup, that apparently pissed her off, and I can't blame her. I thought that was pretty shitty. So, surprise, surprise, soon after, Renee Young can work both shows. It's announced that she gets to do interviewing for both Raw and SmackDown. So, again, I think Ambrose leaving might make a bigger impact than what some might assume when it comes to Renee Young. I do think she's going to leave. Whenever that time comes, I think she has a decent amount of time left on her deal, from what I've been led to believe. So it may not be anytime soon, but at some point down the road, I can absolutely see Renee Young joining Dean Ambrose wherever he ends up going, or just in free agency, chilling out at home. Renee Young, it's no secret that she's been offered a lot of different, unique and compelling offers over the years from ESPN, this company, that company. She's a great talent. She's a beautiful girl. I could see her going wherever she wants to go. If her passion with WWE has died and it's gone and she doesn't feel like she's a good fit for WWE anymore, I can very well see her getting up and going and joining Dean Ambrose right out the door. And maybe one of the biggest reasons why she didn't leave in the first place a few years ago was because of her husband, Dean Ambrose, still being under contract to the company. Renee Young kind of speaks out, not like, she doesn't speak out against the company, but she has a way of doing things like subtly saying on social media if she's unhappy about something, whether it be not being on the same show as Dean Ambrose, whether it's her own show getting canceled, whether it's this or whether it's that. Certain things that she's not all that excited about in WWE, she will make it known on commentary or whatever. She will make it abundantly clear that that she's not thrilled. She won't say, I'm not happy here, but she'll be like, was it really necessary to cancel my show? Or was it really necessary to cancel Talking Smack? She's one of their best assets. So for Renee Young to leave would also be a big blow to the roster, a lot like it would be, and it will be when Dean Ambrose leaves too.